Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This video today is going to be about foiling with a laminator. I have the Heidi Swapp Minc Reactive Foil in blue and teal silver ombre, a toner ink marker, pair of scissors to cut the foil, a laminator, and a laser printed graphic. The sheet that I'm using to do the foiling on, I made in iPad Pro using my Procreate brush. It's called Pipe Cleaner Brush, which is in the shop. I'll put a card that you can click on in the upper right hand corner. And this one is the teal silver ombre. Just showing you guys how the foil looks up close. And here is the blue one. So here I'm just cutting the foil into strips and I'm going to lay it across the print. Which, as you'll see coming up, it's kind of hard cutting the foil into strips and trying to lay it across the paper. Since it was on a roll, it keeps lifting up and moving around. So you'll see I kind of struggle with laying the different foil pieces across the sheet. So I'm putting a piece of cardstock over the top of the foil just because I don't want it to mess up the laminator. And I'm just going to run it through and we'll see the results. And here's a close-up of the foiling. I know it's hard to see, but it did transfer pretty well onto the print, except for in some spots where the foil wasn't covering some of the letters. So parts of the letters are still black from the toner. And here's some pieces of foil that I pulled from the piece after it came out of the laminator, and you can see how the foil transferred from here onto the print. And here's a few more pieces. And now I'm just going to reuse the pieces of foil that I just used to cover up the spots that weren't covered initially with the foil. So now I'm going to attempt to foil this print, which again will be available in my shop. I'll link to that above. But I'm going to foil this to show why the items that you're foiling need to be laser printed. And as you can see, it did not transfer. So this was printed on my Epson inkjet printer, so therefore it didn't transfer. I am, however, going to use this toner ink marker to trace over a part of the inkjet printed print and then attempt to foil it and see if it transfers. Waiting on this ink to flow took a long amount of time, or longer than I thought, but once it starts to flow, I'll begin tracing part of the print and then putting it through the laminator. So using the toner ink marker was pretty successful, I would say. There were some spots that were missing, and it also didn't really seem like the foil stuck in some places. And now I'm just using the toner ink marker on a plain piece of paper, writing the word foiling on it. I'm not sure exactly what this is good to use on. I found the marker was like dry and rough, like it didn't move across the paper smoothly. Um, but I do believe it said it works better on like smoother or glossy materials, so that's probably why it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. And it would be awesome if it had a different tip on it, so like maybe a brush tip so that you can do like hand lettering with it, or even like a broad tip. But yeah, it just seemed pretty rough to use and dry, and it like scratched the paper. But it does end up working pretty well. So yeah, there's the result with the marker. And here's a better view of how the foil took to the letters from earlier. And now I'm just writing on vellum with that same marker. And here's how the vellum turned out with the toner marker. Thanks for watching.